Carano, Katee Sackoff, and Carey Jones! All right, guys, we are going to do a photo of the crowd. So if you guys will pull out your phones and go ahead and put on your flashlights, perfectly fine. If we have you guys stand right up here on the X, right there. And then on the count of 3, you guys are going to go nuts. Ready? 1, 2, 3!
I love you 3,000.
Well, should I start us, or do you guys just want to get going?
When you're at a panel and you're like, well, let's talk about everything but work.
But a unique chance to get to know you guys in a way that maybe we wouldn't otherwise if it was a bunch of questions that you've been asked a bunch of times before. So I hope everybody, and I know we've got a long line, I hope everybody has thought long and hard about awesome questions. Right? Okay. And if you're in line for a long time, you have plenty of time to think about it. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to start with audience questions? What do you want?
I just want to say thank all of you for being here. If it was not for you, we would not be here. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being fans. Really appreciate you being here today.
Here's something. Who would rather have them here talking about everything but work, or have them not here at all? I'd rather have them here talking about everything but work.
Me too.
Well, let's go with the first question then.
Is it on? There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, this question was specifically for Katee, but I guess anybody could answer. How well do you think you could do in a fight against Gina?
This is so easy to answer. You guys, I'm not really tough. I pretend to be tough. If someone ever hit me in the face, I would cry so hard. That's actually not true. I was hit in the face at work one time and I took it like a champ, but like, holy crap. Like, no, I would lose so fast. And plus, my legs don't go above like this. It's not pretty. Like, you don't wanna see it. It would be really sad.
She's a different type of tough. When you watch her work, she just goes into the mode and all of these words come out, like pages of words come out, and I think that's pretty badass, so that's...
Hi, my name is Joe. Gina, by the way, I respect how you just stand up for what you believe in. This question is actually for Katee, though. What is the most controversial thing you believe?
Now, don't you wish you were talking about work?
Sir, I am a shuffle ball change away from cancellation on a daily basis. So, the most controversial thing that I believe in. Listen, I'm a mom now, like, you know, and that I believe that it is my right to raise my child the way I want to raise my child, as is everybody else. And everybody else is allowed to have their own opinion about how they raise their kid. So, I believe that. I don't know why it's controversial. Yeah.
Hello,
That's the last you're gonna hear from me.
my name is Ronald, and what is red and bad for your teeth?
Should we let everybody guess once before he tells us the answer?
I don't think you want my guess, because it's probably not rated correctly for the script.
Red and bad for your teeth. I mean, red number 5 is really bad for all of us. And it shouldn't be allowed in the United States in any of our food. Never eat anything red or colored red, guys. Not good for you. But probably not the right answer.
All right, buddy, go.
It's a brick.
That's a good one.
I'm his mom. Oh, that was cute. Can you tell us about your pets, if you have any?
Okay, yes. I have 2 Frenchies. They're my little babies, and I also just got 2 pregnant mares, Friesians, from the Netherlands, and I've got chickens. Yeah, I'm just trying to do the ranch life. Actually, that's where I came from a year on a ranch. I've got a 0-turn John Deere, and I absolutely love using it. And yeah, my animals are my babies, yeah.
I have 3 animals. I have a 5-year-old son. He's the craziest of them all. I have a teacup Maltese. She's one of the love of my life. And then I have another naughty English Staffordshire Bull Terrier. So she looks like a little mini pit bull kind of looking thing. Friendly, but looks scary.
I have a Labradoodle. His name is Santo.
I have a Chihuahua mix named Vargas, who was thrown out of a car in a parking lot in front of me in New Mexico. So he was either getting named Starbucks, Sprouts, or De Vargas Shopping Center. So he got named Vargas. I have a Yorkie mix who is so stupid.
I can vouch for that.
Oh my God, you guys, he's the stupidest dog. I have never in my life met a dumber dog, but he's so cute. He's so cute. I have a fish that won't die. It's been 12 years. I don't know why it won't die. I put it in a 5-gallon bucket and just drove it to our new home in Oregon. Like it lived in a bucket. I'm trying. Won't die.
Are you sure it hasn't been replaced several times already?
My husband, I did ask him. So we moved to the country, and supposedly owls will kill my dogs, and I'm really terrified. And so my husband yesterday sent me a text message and was like, "What time do you get home tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh crap." And I called him, I went, "What's wrong?" And he went, "Well, nothing's wrong. I just wanted to know when you got home. Why? Did you think something was wrong?" And I was like, "I thought like an owl got the dog or something." And he's like, "Oh, you'd never know. I'd replace him before you got home."
All right, who's next?
Hi, I'm Amanda. Gina, we just want to say we love you. Thank you for being here. And we can feel how much you love everyone. With that being said, you are all extremely nice people, and I just want to know what you do to stay grounded in this industry, and if you could share with us.
Get canceled. You'll stay real grounded after that.
But this industry is tough. Like life is tough, right? I think one of the easiest ways to stay humble and kind is to realize that we have careers because of you guys, and giving of our time at conventions is our way of thanking you for showing up for us. But I don't know, man. You just gotta lead with kindness, you know? I don't know. I was on Instagram this morning and there was a mean comment, and I always click on them just to see who they are. And I clicked on it, and he's a meditation instructor. And I was like, oh my Lord, lead with kindness, man.
Yeah, I would piggyback on what Katee said. I think for me, it's not forgetting where I came from. I think a lot of times when you're in an industry like this, a lot of times you forget that, you know, because I honestly was like sitting in a crowd, 30 years ago, being the fan that you guys are, and I never forget that. So whenever I go to these and I hear your stories and things like that, it brings me back to where I started, and I always hold on to that. And I'm my own worst critic too, so that also helps.
I would say that, like, you have to know in life that you're gonna peaks and valleys. You're gonna hit really lows and you're gonna hit real highs. And learning how to just maintain, a nice, don't let it emotionally pull you both ways, and just know that as long as you have hope in your heart and you have a vision and a dream, you can always be shooting for something. And nobody can take that away from you, not an industry, not Hollywood, not bullies, and whatever scale you're experiencing it on. How you react to the things that happen to you is what you're in control of. And I think just staying really balanced has really helped me. And also, God.
I don't think you guys realize how much you actually give to us. We get to go home with this fulfilled feeling that we got to meet people, talk about our careers and what we've done and how we've been able to impact your lives, and all those kind words that you constantly come and say to us, and fulfill our happy bucket, as I call it. It's a win-win for both of us, and we're just grateful that you take our moments in time that we're able to give to you guys as great interactions. And we can only be who we are, and we're just grateful to be able to sit in the positions that we sit in. So I still look at them as like meet and greets. I think people start walking away before I stop talking. So like, hey, no, get back here, I haven't finished. I'm like, I gotta go into Katie's line. I got Gina and Carey. I'm like, okay, I'll let you go. But we're just thankful that you guys come out and still remind us of the opportunity we got to do and be a part of. So thank you guys for giving us the love.
I want to ask a related question really quick. What are each of your funniest fan encounters that you've had? You can think about that one if you want while we take the next question, because I'd really like to know, what are your funniest fan encounters where you're just like, wow, that really just happened? Because that's why we come to these things.
I mean, there's some wildly inappropriate things that, there are.
Okay, maybe they keep it.
There are moments where I'm like, what did you just say? But the first convention I ever went to was for Battlestar. It was 20 years ago. Yeah. But I went into the bathroom. It was at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and a Wookiee followed me into the bathroom. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Carey. Okay.
Hey, he followed you in earlier.
I saw you.
Hey, you guys went in earlier.
And I heard this person say, as I'm trying to go to the bathroom, that they loved me, and it was like these two furry feet. And I could not pee to save my life. I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous. Now, if a Wookiee followed me into the bathroom and said they loved me, I'd be like, oh my God, me too, I love you too. I keep looking at you, Carey. I swear I know it wasn't you.
I swear it was not. It wasn't me. And I will not tell you I love you when I'm dressed as a Wookiee. I won't.
I actually had a similar situation in Mexico. I went into the bathroom.
You were followed by a Wookiee into the bathroom?
Not a Wookiee. A gentleman, and I was at the urinal, and I was going toilet, and he came up with an 8x10. He's like, hello, Mr. Logan, can you sign this for me? And I was in between, going, and I kind of looked at him like, no, go away, not right now. But Afterwards, I thought, man, it would have been a great fan experience to say, okay, you grab this, I'll grab that, I'll sign it, we'll get this done, and you're on your way.
That might be the best answer I've ever heard.
I was gonna say you were between things. Like, there's only one thing you do at a urinal. Like,
You know, the zip, sometimes a little gas comes out the back. You know, oops. Carey, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, next person.
All right, Gina and Carey, top that.
I am so.
How do you follow?
I mean, but I'm so glad that women have like private little things to go into, even if it's like a false sense of that. Like I know like we can see each other's shoes and stuff, but at least you can't like hear me toot. I mean, like you can, but you don't know it was me.
I gotta admit, I did not expect the discussion to go this direction.
Hey, you should always when you got Danny up here. You go.
Next question. Next question.
Hi, my name is McKenna, and this is a question for all of you individually. And my question is, what is the strangest thing that you have ever eaten in your life?
The strangest thing you've ever eaten in your life?
Yeah.
All right, Carey, since you skipped the last one, you get to go first.
I don't know. What was the strangest things I ever eaten in my life? You know, I was in South Africa, and I mean, it's not really strange, you know. I ate goat. For me, it was strange. And they had alligator, which I didn't try. But yeah, it was probably South African goat.
I'd say I feel like the strangest thing, although it's kind of, you know, we have it for Christmas every year. Escargot's kind of strange, like just eating snails is putting butter on it. I mean, it's good, but like it's weird. So snails.
It's weird. I mean, I eat it. I've eaten it too. Bone marrow is super good on like toast points, but it's really rich. So like I suggest.
Are you serious? You can eat bone marrow?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
A little bit of garlic.
And also boba's weird. Like just as an FYI.
I didn't know you've ever eaten me.
Next question.
If somebody's doing a photo op with the two of them later, you can request that probably.
Actually, you know my weirdest thing I've ever eaten? I was in Indonesia, and they gave me coffee, which you should never give me coffee. And the guy's like, you like it? You like it? I'm like, yeah. He goes, it was just pooped out of an animal. And I went, what? And I went, what? And I guess luwak or something like that. They actually breed animals. They have coffee beans. They digest them. They go through their stomach.
Yeah,
they
it's
poop
the
them
monkeys.
out. Yeah, monkey or something like that. Yeah.
They poop them out. It's like, yeah.
Either that or my wife's cooking. Yeah, she's not in here. Like every time, just let me cook. Don't worry, I got this again. And yes, I got it.
Oh my God. If you will.
A lot of thanks and regrets are piling up this panel, aren't they?
Learning a lot.
Yeah. Well, this will be open-ended for you. What country do you have in your bucket list that you'd want to go to?
You know, when I was a kid, where I came from, I didn't have opportunities to go very far, you know, but I wrote a list of all the places I wanted to travel in my life, and I have to say, I actually hit them all, you know. Wow. Yeah, it was, I've been to several places in Africa, I've been to the UK, been to Hawaii. I mean, I hit them all, actually. It was a list that I carried with me all the way up until I was like in my 20s. And then I finally started to go to all those places, so it was very cool. So, the lesson, set a goal for yourself young and, you know, hold on to it, because you never know, you may do it at some point in your life.
Well said. All right, Gina, what about you?
I want to go everywhere. There's so many places I haven't been. Switzerland. I've never been to the Netherlands. There's just so many places I want to go. So.
Well, now you guys can check Utah off your bucket list.
Yeah. It's beautiful here. The mountains, the fresh air. It's amazing.
I've actually been there before. It's beautiful here. I've been to, I've been skiing here before, so it's Park City.
That's got to be an imposing figure coming down the hill.
It's true. And by the way, yes, because I'm tall, it is a harder fall. For those of you, I have further to go, so it hurts more, for sure.
Do you walk you raw when you fall?
No, I high-pitched scream when I fall.
I have noticed this. The other day, my daughter, who's been walking since she was like 11 months old, like really well, but like there are moments now where like you have to let them fall, and it's so hard for me. But my daughter's in her cozy, which is like the onesie with the booties and the thing, and she's like playing on the end of her bed, and I can see it. It's coming. It's coming. She's not sitting on her butt, which she knows she's supposed to do. She's got her bottle, her nunny, a book, a baby. She's got everything she needs. She's looking back at me, and she face plants it on the floor. Just face plants it. And I think to myself, well, it wasn't that far. She'll be okay.
Now this is not your oldest, right?
I only have one.
You only have one, okay.
I only have
I was going to say, because by the time you get to like 3 or 4, you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
You look the other way.
I want to go to Italy. We were supposed to go during COVID, and we couldn't go. No, isn't that crazy? But I also want to go to, I think they're called the Dolomite Mountains, like in Italy specifically. I want to go there really bad.
There are girls in the Dolomites.
I know you did.
She's been all over the galaxy, but
It's
not
not why I want to go, but I know you did it.
That's why you want
And I was like, come on. I want to go there. It's on my bucket list.
Bear Girls.
Well, I don't want to do that. No, thank you. Thank you. Ritz-Carlton.
How about you, Daniel?
I would like to go visit some of the islands in the Pacific. I'm from New Zealand, but I'd like to go to like Samoa or Tonga or Tahiti, somewhere like that. Tropical.
There's a lot of islanders here in Utah. They'd love to go with you.
Yeah, I used to live here in Utah for 3 years. Yeah.
What?
They tried to baptize me and I ran back to California. Half of it was true. Sorry, next question.
I have a really good question, and it is, I would like to know what your favorite music artist is.
I mean, it's like Bruce Springsteen or Chris Stapleton. I'm like right there. But Bruce Springsteen, I went to a concert one time, one of his Christmas shows, and I was like right up, standing room only, super excited. He gets very into it. He's very sweaty during his shows, and he's sweating my mouth. Still one of the coolest moments of my life.
And she was sitting like 12 rows back.
I almost named my kid Springsteen because there's a little bit of him in me. You know what I mean? A little bit. Just a little bit of sweat. I was disgusted at first, and then I looked to my partner at the time and I went, oh my God, that's so cool. So probably still Springsteen.
This is my first time on stage in a panel, and I don't know if it's supposed to go like that. Is it always like that?
No, we normally just talk about
I feel
work.
funny.
It's great.
Oh my gosh. You go ahead. I feel like you're safe.
Hopefully Gina will come back and do this again sometime.
No, I love it. I do. I have to say, I mean, this has been one of the kindest. I've only done 3 or 4 other conventions, and these are some of the kindest people I have met. And the vibe here, I really love doing this. Like, I feel like we all protect each other. I feel like it's a super safe space where we can laugh and we can cry and we can joke. And I absolutely love this. So I will come back. And I love being up here. I love being up here, and I feel a part.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
You did it,
music artist?
Utah.
I don't have that answer. I don't have that answer.
Carey, who's your favorite music artist?
You know, I honestly, I have a very diverse and eclectic. You know, it depends on what I'm feeling like. There could be days where I'm listening to 90s hip hop, R&B. There's could be days where I'm listening to rock. You know, sometimes I'm into, you know, Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith stuff, and then there's other days where I'm listening to, you know, like 90s rap. So it just depends on what I'm feeling. You know, what the mood is.
Same, yeah. Good answer, Eddie. You can save me on that one.
And I'm a Swiftie.
I was gonna say, somebody had to say that.
Why does that not surprise me?
Well,
It does not surprise
my
me.
wife is always listening to her, and I'm like, what is this great music you listen to? Now I find myself playing it, I'm like, damn it. Hi, hey, the problem is me.
I would watch a reality show on you. I just like to watch you in life.
Which of the four of you is the best singer?
Gina.
Oh, yeah.
That's her, Gina.
I knew you were going to ask that question. Usually when I do these panels and that question is asked, like they always ask me to sing. So I'm going to say no. Because I'm not. I mean, I don't sing. I don't sing. Not
Why did I
outside.
ask you to sing?
Not outside of the shower.
Yeah.
Or the car.
Yeah.
Or any time where I'm alone.
Yeah. Or just, I think you should sing. I bet you are.
Hi, my name is Erin. Love you all. Thank you so much for coming. Slight controversial question. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Nay.
Yes.
You can cancel me again. I will stand by that.
I grew up in a pizza parlor, and I think you can put anything on a pizza. So, I mean, you really can't.
I have to say nay. I mean, I honestly, I think I was offered it, and I think I turned it down. So I think I might be a little bit, I might be biased. I may say I'm biased against the pineapple on pizza. Way to go, now I'm canceled. No one said anything, so now I'm canceled. Damn it, it's your fault. I'm blaming you.
Bring us home, Daniel.
Put pineapple on anything and I'll eat it.
We are stage divided.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Josiah. Thank you for your kindness and your care towards your fans. Great to see you all. Now my question is, what are your favorite stunts you've performed?
God, there's so many. My body is so broken. It's so broken. I don't know my favorite. Do you have a favorite? No?
I do a lot of stunts. So I think my haywire fight scenes were, it's like, it's hard because like I feel those were the best ones, and it's always like, when you got that out of the way so early, it's like you're always trying to get back there. So maybe someday I will, but those are my favorite.
I'll say it was, for me, well, I have two. One because I almost died, and the other one is just because it was fun. The one that was fun is when I was fighting Boba Fett. When I was, you know, tossing him around. You know, honestly, when I was doing it, I thought that I would, you know, people would see that and be mad at me because everybody loves Boba, but it was quite the opposite. I would have people come like, dude, the way that you threw Boba around, you know. But that was, yeah, that was fun. And another one I did, I was on a TV show, and I had to jump through a ceiling. It was not too much taller than this, and there was like a little rope that was there, and it kind of wrapped around my neck, which was not fun. So stunts can be very dangerous. So it takes a lot to kind of do them for sure. So not only myself, but I give props to all the stunt guys out there.
Hi. My name is Texas. Would you rather babysit Baby Yoda for 24 hours or fight the Mudhorn?
Listen, I babysat him so much already. I can tell you, it's super easy. He takes care of himself. It's great. It's really easy. You just gotta, if you care about anything and you don't want it eaten, you need to keep it away from him. Other than that, you're fine.
Go ahead.
What would you say the hardest part about getting into character is for any of you?
For me personally, not letting anything that's happened to you emotionally through your own personal day get in the way of your work. So no matter what's happened to Katee on my way to work or while I'm at work, putting that to the side and actually staying focused on the character can be really challenging. You know, I've gone through breakups and had arguments and then had to go to work. I've, lost a dog the day before and had to go to work. My daughter was born and the next day I went to work. Whatever, I didn't carry my daughter. But I went, that would have been I gave birth and I went to work. No. But emotionally, I went to work the next day. You can't let that stuff come into your mind when you're in character, and that is really hard sometimes. Really hard.
You'd be amazed. When you put a costume on, you automatically become the character. I mean, it's just one of those things that the wardrobe has a lot to do with how you end up acting as well. So, yeah. Don't know if that helped.
I mean, you don't wear your costume everywhere you go?
Oh no, I have a Boba Fett bathrobe. Come out of the bath, hey babe, here's Boba time. So put that little blaster away. Put that little thing away.
Carey and Gina, I'm sorry you have to keep going after him.
I'm sorry.
I think for everybody it's just different. For me, it's been a progression of learning. So every film I do, I learn how to be more present. I learn how to, a different craft. I learn how to figure it out in my mind. And with Cara Dune, I really felt like I was getting there. I was really starting to understand this whole acting business. So I started to really love it around that time, and I was just figuring it out. And that was 8 or 9 years into it. So I remembered Bryce Dallas Howard said that it didn't click for her until 8 years into her acting, and because I was like, is this ever gonna click? And it started to in that second season of Mando. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was a Terror on the Prairie with Daily Wire, and I really felt good about that performance too. Thank you. Thank you for that support. So I think just learn a little bit every time.
You got any thoughts, Carey?
No, they said it all. I mean, it's exactly what everyone up here said. I think it is 100% not bringing what you have in your personal life to. I mean, well, sometimes you can use that as an actor if the scene calls for it. But also too, for me, especially when I'm in my costumes and my elaborate things that I've done. It's hard not to be that character or that creature. It's hard not to, because when I see myself, I see, who I'm. So, but yeah, it's all that. It's everything, and I agree too. I I don't necessarily think that I've gotten it yet in terms of it feeling right, but I think that's also, a lot of times that's an actor's own insecurity that sticks with them, but yeah, I ditto what everyone said, for sure.
Okay, first of all, don't be sorry about this panel. It is so enjoyable. So every inappropriate comment, I'm like dying. It's so much fun. Okay, so after you guys have been cast and you have your scripts, how much of your own pizzazz do you feel like you get to put into characters? Or do directors have very set ways they want you to play things and you're just like, there to help fulfill their vision?
I think a lot of times when you're cast, they cast you because of what you bring to that character. I mean, obviously as a director, they're gonna wanna kind of guide you to their vision, but I think, at least my experience for the most part, they cast you because of what you bring and who you are and what you infuse into that character. Because any character, you put a little bit of yourself in it, and I think that, my experience, I haven't had a ton of interference. I mean, there's been some things that I've done. It's like, ooh, try this, but for the most part, it's been kind of, allowed me to kind of, do my thing or bring what I felt like it should be.
Anybody else have a thought on that?
I agree.
Okay.
Well, with me, I was such a miserable, angry little kid. People always come up like, man, I hated you in that movie. You're so angry, such a miserable kid, but you haven't stopped smiling since I met you. I'm like, well, when Ewan McGregor tells you to do a face like you did a very smelly fart, it just kind of stuck with me, So I just had this miserable fart face on the whole time. So yeah.
I've always wanted to know what your motivation was for that look. So now we all know.
Apparently Ewan McGregor directed part of it somehow.
Well, he's like, yeah, the kid just couldn't take direction from George Lucas. I'm like, what the hell are you writing me out for? He's like, so I went up to him and said, Daniel, can you do a face like I did a very smelly fart? That's it, yeah, you got it.
It's that easy.
Actors, they're just like the rest of us.
Can I say Star Wars? Just like Solar Wars. Like, which one can I say? Due to like stuff in Hollywood. I should say like the franchise.
You gotta kind of steer clear of that.
Okay. Being big fans of Solar Wars, of course. Think of that.
Solar conflict.
Solar argument. What's the best part about being a fan of that? Like that goes to the whole panel. Like, what's the best part of it?
So one of the first movies that I saw as a kid, it was one of the first movies I saw when I was a kid in a theater. So cut to many years later, being asked to be a part of it, it still hasn't even in my mind kind of reconciled. So it's still, it's still mind blowing for me. But yeah, I'm a fan, just like all of you, honestly. I had the curtains and the pillowcases and I ate the cereal, the toys at home. So I'm very much a fan still.
I would say, from somebody who wasn't a fan before, the community. And I know this community can be very hot and cold and they fight a lot and all of that, but people fight because they're passionate, because they love something. And yeah, so like, at least everybody has that in common. It's like you love Star Wars, and I love that, and I love the community, and I love the fans. Like, the fans are the most powerful people, obviously. Like, it's and it's that because it's special. It's it's a very special thing to be a part of.
Hi. My question is, if you were dressed up, what would you be dressed up as?
What would you choose to dress up as?
Elsa. Because because my daughter's obsessed. And I would love to see her look at me that way, because right now she's a daddy's girl, and I'm like, you know, we're gonna need to have a boy just so I get some love.
How about you, Daniel?
Elsa.
Anna. Now, what's the little snowman?
Olaf.
Olaf, yeah. So we just went on a Disney cruise. I took my son, and he says, Elsa's not real, Daddy. She's in a costume. But Olaf, he's real. And I went, well, what do you mean? Why do you say that? He's like, he has to be on that tray because he's got this freezer underneath him. And he had this whole like thing that he made up in his mind. I'm like, all right, kid, whatever. They're both fake, all right? But Boba's real. Hell yeah. And apparently survived the Starlight Pit. We don't talk about that. Next.
Gina? Oh, we have one time for what? This is our last question.
I was gonna say Jessica Rabbit. I wanted to
Oh.
Really good, Jessica Rabbit. You make it super good at it.
Hey, girl.
I want to nail that one time in my life.
Well, she took mine. I was going to say Jessica Rabbit too. I was going to say Jessica Rabbit too, but.
I also want to see that.
Yeah.
All right, last question, and then we have to end.
First off, Viva Galactica. I don't think I was supposed to say that, but okay. Describe your dream planet.
Your dream planet?
One that's not dying.
Aren't they all dying? They're all dying, right? That's a good question. I think a lot of green, a lot of trees, all 4 seasons, kind of like this mountainous area in like the world. I don't know, like Switzerland, I don't know.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
That's a New Zealander right there.
I was like, oh,
Kind of. Only the rich people have bunkers there. The rest of us wouldn't fit.
I couldn't even afford a bunker there. Carey?
All right, Carey. You're the last
Bring us
answer.
home, Carey.
Really? No. I thought you were gonna bring us home. No. You know what? I think 100% one that's not dying, one that's nicer, and one that's more tolerant.
It's a good dream. All right, that's all the time we have. Thanks to each of you who asked a question, and let's give a huge hand for our panelists, Logan, Katee Sackoff, Gina Carano, and Carey Jones. Let's send them off with a huge round of applause.
Please, everybody, give them a huge round of applause. Now you have an opportunity if you guys want. If you guys see this little QR code up here on the screen, you click on this QR code and you guys can go get a photo with them or an autograph. So click this QR code. But one more time, they're right here on the stage. They can still hear you. Please give a huge round of applause.